Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're pulling back the curtain on the completely magical, totally invisible mechanics of search engines. We literally use them every single day, right? Whether it's settling a petty debate over dinner or asking those huge questions that actually shape our lives. But have you ever stopped to wonder exactly how these engines take your random curiosity and turn it into instant, highly accurate answers? It feels like magic. Honestly, it kind of is. But it's actually a meticulously orchestrated system. So let's dive right in and uncover this whole hidden world working behind the search bar.
Let's kick things off with a simple question. How long does it take to travel to Mars? When you type something like this into a search box and hit enter, bam, the results pop up in a fraction of a second. And that speed? It creates this incredibly powerful illusion. It makes us feel like the search engine is literally sprinting out into the vast World Wide Web, scouring every single corner in real time and running right back to us with the answer the absolute second we ask for it. But, as we're about to see, that real-time race? Yeah, it's a complete myth.
To understand exactly why that real-time search is basically impossible, think of the internet as the world's most chaotic, giant library. We are talking about over 1 billion unorganized websites active right now. Over a billion. And honestly, hundreds more are being created every single minute of the day. If a search engine had to actually dig through every single one of those sites to find your specific answer about going to Mars the exact second you hit enter, it would take forever. Your screen would literally just be loading until the end of time. So how exactly do they bypass this impossible math?
Well, that brings us to Section 1, the prep work, building the ultimate cheat sheet in advance.
To make your searches lightning fast, search engines actually do all of the heavy lifting way before you even think to ask a question. They're out there constantly, tirelessly scanning the web in advance to record any information they might need later. And they navigate this massive web using a specialized little program called a spider. You can think of it as this incredibly fast, tireless digital scout that literally never sleeps. It just continuously crawls through the endless web of interconnected pages, collecting and reading information as it goes.
And this little digital worker follows a really simple 4-step loop. Step 1, it finds a hyperlink on a page. Step 2, it follows that link straight to a brand new web page. Step 3, it records any text, data, and information it thinks it might need for a future search. And finally, Step 4, it adds all of that valuable data into a special, gigantic database called the search index. The spider just repeats this loop over and over, endlessly, until it has visited every connected page it can possibly find on the entire internet. And because of this massive search index, when you finally do ask about traveling to Mars, the search engine already has everything it needs to give you an answer instantly.
Moving right along to Section 2, the sorting game, finding the needle in a database of millions. Now, gathering all that info, that's really only half the battle. Once you ask your Mars question, the engine instantly finds millions of matching pages in its index. But it can't just throw millions of random pages at you, right? To filter them down, it acts kind of like a strict judge, running through a lightning-fast checklist of invisible calculations. First, the ranking algorithm checks the obvious stuff. Do your search terms even show up in the page title? Then, it gets a bit more specific. Do all the words you typed actually show up right next to each other in a coherent sentence? And crucially, it calculates the number of other web pages linking to a given page to figure out its overall authority. All of these invisible factors work together to determine relevance, bringing the absolute most useful pages right to the very top of your screen.
So, the really crucial point here is that this famous algorithm treats links from other websites as literal votes of confidence. The basic idea is that if lots of other websites think a page is interesting enough to link to, well, then it's probably the exact reliable answer you're looking for. And hey, here's a fun piece of trivia for you. This famous algorithm is called PageRank. But, and a lot of people don't know this, it isn't actually named for ranking web pages. It's actually named after its inventor, Larry Page, one of the original founders of Google.
Of course, this whole sorting game definitely isn't without its bad actors. Spammers are constantly trying to game the algorithm. And why? Well, because websites make money when you visit them. So spammers are always looking for sneaky loopholes to artificially boost their pages so they sit higher up in your search results. To combat this, search engines have to regularly, constantly update their algorithms to fight off these fake or untrustworthy sites. But remember, while the algorithm is doing its absolute best to filter out the noise, it's ultimately up to you as the user to keep an eye out. Always double-check that web address and make sure you're getting your info from a reliable source.
Okay, let's jump into Section 3, the brain, adding context with machine learning.
To give you the absolute best results, search engines have had to evolve way beyond simply matching words on a page. They've actually had to learn how to understand human context. It's wild.
Today's engines use information you haven't even explicitly provided to miraculously narrow down your search. Like, think about it. If you pull out your phone right now and simply type dog parks, you don't even need to type the name of your city or your zip code. The search engine automatically factors in your current implicit location and instantly hands you a list of the perfect dog parks right in your immediate neighborhood. It literally anticipates your real-world needs.
And it gets even more advanced than just location data. Take a look at this comparison. If you search for fast pitcher, the engine knows right away that you're looking for a baseball player, an athlete. But if you change just one single word and search for large pitcher, the engine instantly shifts gears and knows you're looking for kitchenware to pour water out of. To pull this off, search engines use machine learning, which is a really sophisticated type of artificial intelligence. It basically allows the algorithm to stop just reading individual letters like a robot and start grasping the underlying meaning of words based entirely on the company they keep.
Now, with the internet growing exponentially every single minute, it's pretty mind-boggling. As teams at companies like Google and Bing continue to harness AI to keep the answers to our questions just a few keystrokes away, we really have to pause and marvel at this whole system. It's a massive, hidden responsibility to shape the world's information. Which leaves us with a really vital question to consider. As this invisible, carefully orchestrated tech exerts such an immense impact on our daily lives, how much influence does it actually have over how we understand the world around us? Definitely something to chew on the next time you hit enter. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.